This is BNB Tiger INU and this is Q3 and a lot is actually happening in this particular project, right? So if you can see from this graph, you can see this is actually giving us green, and if you are looking this particular project for the very first time and you are seeing this green, oh sweet, it is beautiful because we always want to see green in all our projects. But this is what has happened in the last 1 week, right? So let me show you what has happened in the last 24 hours. So if I check this particular one, I are going to see, oh, red. Why are we having red at this particular time? All right, so this is just what happened in the last 24 hours. And this is what happened in the last 1 week. So I'm going to be diving into this particular journey, and I'm going to be telling you some of these things you need to know in this Q3 of BNB Tiger INU. So if you're interested in this particular discussion, let's go together and let's talk about this right now. So before we go, we can actually see that we have about 10.35 improvement in the last 24 hours, in the last 1 week, right? So and this is not looking too bad. So if you check out this particular side, you can see we have about 11 zeros still on this particular project. About a year or how many times now we're still having this particular stuff. So what can actually change in this Q3? Can we actually cancel 1 0 or probably 2 or 3? But I think let's focus on 1 at this particular time. What can we actually cancel right now? So I'm actually predicting we can actually cancel 1 or 2 zeros before the end of Q3. Okay. Calm down. Let's calm down together. So how can this be possible and how can this happen? Okay, let's move straight down into what we have at the market cap and also at the volume at this particular point in time. So I'm going to start from the market cap currently. So if you check out the market cap right here, you can see we have about $2.55 million, and there's no percent at this side. We're having 0. So it means there is no improvement for the last probably a month or so, in the last 1 week thereabout. So if you check out what we have on the volume, right, on the volume we are actually getting an increasement of 24.6% over 100. So it means many people actually get to back this project more in the last 1 week or thereabout, and that is actually very nice right now. So if you're checking out the total order of this particular project, you can see the total order is actually still ranking about 29, and this is actually close to 30k. So they're going to celebrate this very soon on their Twitter, and do kind of about like 30 people actually holding this particular project, and it's actually going on. So I do say this project is actually on the BNB smart chain, and it is a project I've been looking up to, and I've been making research about this for a very long time. Now, if you have been on this particular channel, you'll have seen a lot of my video talking about this up and down, what is actually happening. This is just real facts. There's no sugarcoating of anything right here, because this is not a promotion or project. I'm actually making the review for myself, and also because you might actually want to benefit from it. That is why I'm putting this out there so that you can see it. So if you're interested in what I'm actually talking about, you can go ahead to hit the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell icon. Then you can like this particular video if you actually find it interesting, right? Okay, so how can we actually cancel about 2 zeros in this particular project? That is the question now. So, and this is going to be lying on the developer one, and the second one is actually going to be lying on us, which is the investor. So right, so if we are actually going to be investing into this particular project, we need to know the dream of the developer, and that is what we actually know right here. You can see this particular 0C. So one, if you actually have one BNB Tiger, this is the price like dream that you can actually think of. Imagine like one of these to this, and this is still 0.0000 cents. Like there is a lot to actually do on this particular project. I'm actually to make this fun so that it won't get boring, because I know you staring to the screen, it's actually going to get bored. But if you can listen to me clearly, you can see I'm trying to make it more entertaining. So while we're actually talking about cryptocurrency, we actually have a little mind of non-stress so that we can actually focus on the topic we're actually talking about right here. So for the news we have on this particular project, if you actually check out the news, the top news, and what are people saying about this, people are just talking about what is going to happen, the meeting they're having. Is there going to be a bull run? Is there going to be a bullish? Is there what is actually going right here? So there's a lot to talk about in this particular project, but the idea of this particular video is actually going to equip people that are actually holding this particular project at this particular point in time, that this is not like a green light, even though we're actually seeing a green, but it is currently not a green light for the improvement of this particular token. And with this actually cancel a 0 before this Q3. It might, you can see the might is not that bold, right? It's not that bold, but there is a high probability that this might not happen. And I'm going to hear your opinion, your comment at the comment section of this particular video. What do you actually think about this? If it's going to happen or not, right? So let's see what we can do right here. Thanks so much for watching, guys.